Cruise news time. Well, the big question that everybody keeps asking, is cruising safe? Are the protocols working? Well, one CEO, he's got an answer to that question. And then a big surprise for me, I'm here in LA. Hello. I'll show you some more of LA once we get past the intro, but I'm here in LA and I've been hit with some unexpected travel tests and requirement. I was not expecting this. Cruise news. Let's talk about it. Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to Lido, Loca. I'm your host Tony, here with the latest cruise news updates. Well, it is Monday. I don't know what the date is. You'd think I would know. The 27th, I believe. Yes, Monday, the 27th of September, 2021. And I've been on a little bit of an adventure. I spent the last few days in Las Vegas, Nevada, hanging out with the Ship Show YouTube channel, Sharing at Sea YouTube channel, getting to meet some people in the cruising community. What a great weekend. But man, Vegas is a tough town if you're not up for walking a lot and sleeping a little. I'm pretty tired, and I don't know what I did or why I booked it like this, but I had to get up at 3:15 this morning to get ready so that I could catch a cab at 4 and go to the airport so that I could be there for my 6:19 flight from Las Vegas to LAX. And so it all went smoothly well, but I didn't know what I was going to do when I got to LA. Would I be able to check in? Well, the answer to that question is yes. So I'm here for a conference that starts tomorrow night, Tuesday night. It's a YouTube creator conference. I'm super stoked about it. It's really the first kind of conference I've gone to for our YouTube business, and I'm a big believer in conferences. When I worked in the corporate world, I always tried to go at least one conference a year because it's a nice way to step outside of your normal routine and go and talk to other people that are doing the same thing and get some nuggets on how to improve your process or your business. I'm stoked. I just want to say that. I'm in California, so I'm going to say stoked. Of course, I think that's Hawaiian for hang loose, but either way, or I love you. I don't know. I'm all over the place today, but on the way over here, I was checking my email to make sure that I had my ticket for this conference. It's called VidSummit. There's a lot of really interesting people here, some big-time creators, people that are very popular on YouTube. So I'll probably have some fanboy moments, but I got to calm down on that. But then there's also some really great teachers that are going to be here. VidSummit. So I got the email saying that there are new ordinances here in California regarding conferences. One of them is that they've limited the capacity to 1,000 people. But the other thing that the city of LA is doing, or the county of LA, some governmental agency here in LA, if visitors coming to LA by land or air, they have to register with LA that they're coming. So the first thing I did this morning before I actually flew here is I had to go to a website and I had to put in my name and I think it was just my name. I didn't have to put anything any more than that, and my email address to say that I was coming to LA. So that was step one. Now step two was pretty interesting. There's testing. I realized I didn't show you the video of where I'm staying at. So let me roll the video. You can see my view. It's interesting. And you can see my room, my cabin. We're not on a cruise. My room. Let me roll that real quick. All right, here's my view for the week. I mean, it's the airport, right? But the conference is at this hotel, so that's a bonus. And they've got some great soundproofing because I've been here for about an hour and I've not heard a plane yet. So yeah, it's a little gray here in LA, and it's no Tinseltown where I'm at, but I'm excited. Oh, there's a subway if I want to go. I don't know how to get there, but yes. So the LA adventure begins. The conference starts tomorrow night. Give you a little look at the digs where I'll be at this week. I tell you what, I couldn't be more pleased. I flew this morning. I had to get up at like 3:15. I flew at 6:19 out of Las Vegas to Los Angeles to LAX, and I got to the hotel probably like 8 o'clock, and they were allowed, they checked me in. So pretty cool room, a nice spacious bathroom, very, very cool. And then nice king-size bed, the appropriate amount of pillows. I'm assuming we got like a refrigerator or something. little safe. I'm stoked about this armless chair and big workstation, and I think we're gonna set the shot up for the shows right here. So there we go. This is my LA adventure. Now let's jump onto the cruise news. All right, you want to talk ironic? I'm here for a conference that's going to teach me best practices for YouTube, and one of the best practices is a thing called a call to action for likes and subscribes. And you guys know how I usually do it. Somewhere along the way, I'd say, before we get there, let me quickly invite you to subscribe to the YouTube channel. That way you don't miss out on any of the shows when they come out. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, be a part of the number. Well, I forgot to do all that, so now I'm on my iPhone after the whole video is basically done, but I'm gonna jam this in the middle. So now you're seeing post-edit jammed in the middle, a call to action, best practice. Am I supposed to call it? Please consider subscribing with the notification bell on. If you like to stay up to date with everything in cruising, this is the place to do it. You can be a part of the number. It's free. Thanks in advance. So pretty cool digs. I'm excited to be working here this week and going to the conference, and I'm so excited. But so yeah, I had to do the thing saying I'm coming to LA. So I registered with the city of LA. Back to the restrictions. So of course we were wearing masks inside the hotel, you know, not in our room, but in the public spaces. They've limited the size of the conference to just 1,000 people. And to make it even more safe, we have to get COVID tested. Who saw that coming? COVID tested for a conference, right? So a lot of people are out there pitchforking it like, why are cruising the only thing that have to have testing? Well, nope. I have to take a COVID test tomorrow. The fortunate thing is it's included in the conference price. They're bringing people in to do the testing. My big challenge today is I've got to go see if I can print out the form so that I can fill it out and then go at 11 a.m. tomorrow and get tested. I'm sure there's a business center or something here that I can get that printed out. But yeah. Look, I just had another epiphany while I just uploaded the whole video, so I've got to stick this in though. If I do not get a negative result on my test tomorrow, I can't go to the conference. How about that? Let that sink in. But even beyond that, if I come back with a positive test, then that means that I got it, and they have to quarantine me in this hotel, in my room. So there's a lot on the line. I'm not too worried. Again, I'm vaccinated. I've been very careful, but we know this stuff happens. So pretty surprising. I should have checked my email a couple days ago, but I just checked it on the plane this morning, and just the all right, let me stick this in the video and then finish there's a lot more. I'm talking about Royal. They got their COVID numbers out. They're publicly addressing how many cases they had. So more to come in the video if I ever get done adding stuff to the video. Look, testing protocols, they're with us right now. I know there's people that don't like it. There's people that are rolling with the punches. But here's just another example of to do something. And you don't have to be vaccinated or anything to be at this conference. They're not asking for anything like that. They're just saying we want everybody at the conference to be tested. And they believe that testing protocol is going to keep the conference more safe. The reason I bring it up is because, well, dang, it's odd. I wasn't expecting that to happen. And number two is to open this conversation, just a little one, about where are the protocols working for cruising? Is it making cruising more safe when we're talking testing and masking and vaccination? Is cruising more safe? And is there any data to back that up? Or data, how do you say it? Data. Is there any data to back that up? Well, we have one CEO out there that is usually pretty transparent about what's going on with his organization, and that is Richard Fain. About 3 days ago, he released a video to travel advisors. He does these talks to travel advisors, and there's a lot of good information in there. I'll summarize it. The big high points was, look, we're just getting through the end of 2021. We're dealing with the Delta variant. Delta variant really put a damper on demand for cruising. The demand that was high in 2021, Delta kind of knocked it out. Looking forward to 2020. Guys, I got up at 3 o'clock in the morning. Looking forward to 2022, but how are they doing when it comes to the protocols? Are the protocols working? And again, this is from the perspective of Richard Fain, who leads the Royal Caribbean Group. 2/3 of their vessels are back, and this is his perspective on it. So take it with whatever you want to take it with. But let me read you the quote. He's talking about this idea, and I've talked about it before. I really believe that cruising, you know, a lot of people, the debate is, will cruising be shut down if you see X amount of cases on board or X amount, you know, and my argument's always been that since cruising is really putting more protocols in place than anywhere else, you know, football games, other entertainment venues, like really nowhere else can you go and know that people are vaccinated, and then on top of being vaccinated that they're testing, and then on top of vaccination and testing they're layering a masking protocol, and then on top of the vaccination and testing and masking they're also layering on a physical distancing protocol, and then on top of the vaccination, masking, testing, physical distancing they also are doing capacity, you know, restrictions. And so when you look at cruising, you're really looking at a business that is taking the protocols, all the recommendations out there, and layering it on top of each other to try to create a safety bubble. That's really the conversation. And so this is what Richard Fain's addressing. Is all of this working, and is it just speculation, or is it actually working? And he says, we wanted to show in a tangible way how safe and healthy cruising is. We're doing that today, not by theory, not by prediction, but by actual operations. Already 2/3 of our capacity is operating. We've carried over 500,000 guests and only had 141 cases among those 500,000 people. And so this, you know, and this guy's going to be held to the fire for the words that he says. So again, you could say, oh, you know, it's just spin or whatever, CEO, blah, 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 big business, but that's fine. But he's going to be held to this, and based on the data that his company has gathered, 500,000 guests, 500,000 guests with only 141 cases. Now, does that mean that there's never going to be a case on a cruise ship? Does that mean that somebody, you know, couldn't potentially get fatal COVID on a cruise? It does not. But it does begin to show a record of safe cruising. And I think that's what all of us are looking for, some sort of confidence that all these hoops that we are jumping through actually mean something. And certainly they do to the people that are leading these cruise companies. Of course, they're taking a lot of their lead from the CDC. They had the opportunity not to follow the CDC. They decided to continue to follow the CDC, and they seem pretty pleased with the results. So I really got to take a nap, but I just wanted to touch base today here on Monday, and just let you guys know where I was at, what I had going on, and then to continue to put out some positive cruise news stories that even though we're in challenging times, cruising is going forward and it's happening safely. We got to put it out there in the universe, because there's plenty of people out there that without knowing anything, we're like, oh, cruising's, you know, just rot with COVID and people are going to get... You can say that, but if you don't have the data to back it up, then you're just, you're just talking, right? And so at least we have some data here from Royal Caribbean putting out why they feel like cruising is safe. And I am more apt to believe Richard Fain in that data than just Joe Blow on the internet. I wonder if there was anybody ever named Joe Blow and what they... I don't know, stuff that goes through your heads. Anyways, hope you guys are doing great. I hope you're ready for another great week out there. Is anybody cruising this week? Question for the comments. What do you think about this? Do you feel like cruising's safe? I'm going to continue to build on this idea. Or do you feel like cruising's completely unsafe? And if so, do you have any kind of documentation that would suggest that it's unsafe? Current documentation? Leave a comment below. Thank you so much for checking out the show today. Please hit the like button, or on your next travel adventure, you're going to go to bed at 1 a.m. and have to get up at 3 a.m. to go to the airport. That seems very specific, but I'm very familiar with it right now. This is Tony with Lido, Loca. I probably went to bed at 11. Tony with Lido, Loca, and until the next time, we'll see you on the Lido.